1-2. Check 1-2.
Hello, folks, and welcome. It's women's hockey, a Northern Collegiate Hockey Association matchup featuring the Green Knights of St. Norbert College, who are 7-0 on the season, 5-0 in league play, and the Spartans of Aurora University. They're 1-4-2, including a 1-3-1 mark in NCHA play. In for Bill Downing today, I'm Sean Fry. We apologize for a few difficulties with the audio at the beginning of the broadcast, but it looks like we are all set to go now. And we're glad that you stuck it out with us. As Aurora has the puck in the St. Norbert end, we'll get you caught up on the first minute. Not much. Okay, we're ready to go from here. Aurora throws a puck to the net. That was Kara Cook stopped but skated onto by Ellie Visser, who takes a lap from the slot. A shot caught a skate. Karam's wide. She'll follow, centered it off the heel of the stick of Cook and wide. A good opening shift for Aurora. They work it around the horn. Here's a slap shot from Alex Johnson that didn't make it through. It is sent the length of the ice, and icing waved off here as Johnson goes back to get it. Peyton Elliott, Kara Cook, Ellie Visser were on the ice for that opening shift. Jillian Billsborough, Courtney Doctor, and Olivia Bazzelli, the second line for Aurora. Liza Davies, Samira Schmidt, and Emiliana Casillo, the third line. Aurora Williams, Melina Kane, and Mackenzie Day are the fourth line for Aurora as the Spartans head back up ice again. Dropped off for Tegan Moffitt on the second defensive pairing. A shot off a skate and wide, but she follows it into the circle. Again, taking a lap here, looking for a lane. So keeps on skating with it, throws it again to the net. That was off the skate of Elliott. Aurora accidentally clears its own end, and out to center it goes. Moffitt and McKenna Brownlee are the top defensive pairing for Aurora. Annabelle Scriver and Keelana Schmidt, the second pairing. Courtney Rook, Alex Johnson, we saw them earlier, the third pair. And Lila Bozian, the extra skater for Aurora today. Here is Brownlee, a good pass for Kane, who tries to take it in on the backhand. She's pushed off the puck by trailing Maddox Federici for St. Norbert. Chipped in by Schmidt. Green Knights go back to get it. Lexi Bonfie, Courtney Hogan, Abby Pieper, the top line for St. Norbert. Emma Stebbins, Kelsey Ross, Natalie Hogan, the second line. Maddie Madden, Tristan Wicklund, Grace Witkoff are the third line. And Malia Streck, Briar Charchenko, and Naomi Balan, the fourth line for St. Norbert. Defensive pairings, Lisa LaRoche and Sydney Zurawick are the top unit. Claire Healy, Ava Anik, the second pair. Federici and Allison Jacobson, the third pair. And Hannah Gronke is the extra skater. Icing called, so let's tell you about the netminders here as we're a bit more than 3 minutes into the first period. Zoe Campbell, the freshman from Anchorage, Alaska, in goal for Aurora. 239 goals against average and a 943 save percentage, inside the top six to start the weekend in both categories in the NCHA. And it's Kira Markell, the freshman from Michigan, making her fourth career start for St. Norbert. She has a shutout already, a 966 save percentage, and a .67 goals against average through 3 career games so far. Another icing on Aurora. Last night, Aurora shut out 3-0. Scoreless through 20. St. Norbert with a 20-3 shots advantage in the second. Grace Witkoff and Tristan Wicklund scored. Malia Streck added one more in the third, and that was it for the scoring. Campbell made 37 stops, and Ashley Oman with a 16-save shutout for St. Norbert as they remained undefeated on the young season. In the corner here in the Aurora end, Hogan, Courtney in this instance, on the wall to Pieper, who spins away from Scriver. Holding onto it on the wall, a toe drag through Day, and then put a pass right through Lisa LaRoche, who was teed up for a one-timer. Now the freshman Zerwick picks it up, weaves through traffic. She'll chip and go after it. Schmidt will get there first for Aurora. Caught the boards awkwardly, and now Whitkoff skates onto it for St. Norbert. Good pass in front, shot Madden, and Campbell did well to locate and make the stop. The faceoff will be to the right of Campbell. And once again, right on the freshman who makes the stop. 15:49 to play in the first period. Face-off win for St. Norbert. Gronke's on it, shot well wide of the cage. Elliott will grab it on the half wall. Give and go with Rook, and it is successfully chipped out to the center in front of the Aurora bench. Cook dropped it off for Elliott, snaps a shot that goes off a leg and wide to the point, but not out. Johnson sends it deep, sticked down by Visser, who tries to play through some traffic but gives up the puck. I'll allow Madden to skate to it, and she's out to center ice. Ahead for Anik, up from defense, and her shot was headed toward the crossbar. Campbell decided to find it and hold on, and another stoppage here, and a face-off coming to her left in a matter of moments. Today's scratches: Zara Post and Riley O'Brien for Aurora, Joe Malum, Sydney Lutteral out of the lineup tonight for St. Norbert. Green Knights again looking for a sweep and to remain undefeated so far this season. Doctor, center of the second line, digs out the puck battle. Nearly turned over on the wall, swept out to center ice. Here's a takeaway by Bazzelli. Doctor then not able to gain the line before Bazzelli came in, and offsides at the St. Norbert line. Line's a little bit different than we've seen for much of the season so far. Peyton Elliott moving up to the first line. Olivia Bazzelli moves up to the second line. So Aurora head coach Mandy Montgomery trying to find some combinations that can get a few more shots on. 27 shots total in the Adrian series. Icing's waved off here on a bounce pass to no one in particular. Now Doctor on it for Aurora. Then just 16 shots yesterday. And no doubt Coach Montgomery just looking to see a little more rubber in the direction of the St. Norbert goal today. And I think we've already seen that to some degree already. And yet shots are still 5-1. And Aurora has tried to get pucks to the net. Haven't ended up on the cage just yet. Casillo tried to play the puck around Jacobson and turned it over. Here comes Ross the other way into the slot. Now the circle looking for help as she glides behind the goal. Will drop it off for Natalie Hogan. Was not exchanged cleanly, and Rook will go back to get it behind her net. Finds Johnson looking for the breakout pass and finds Liza Davies, who will backhand it to center, and Casillo skates onto it. But it's 1-on-3 as Aurora gets a change. Casillo's shot off a skate and followed up and knocked out to center ice by Stebbins. Aurora in their own end, 13:35 remaining in the first. No score. Taken off the stick of Cook on the back check by St. Norbert. Pops free behind the Green Knights net. Visser got to it, swept it in front, and LaRoche wouldn't allow it to pass. Out to center it goes. There's a collision. Elliott and Pieper came together at center ice. No call as Visser gathers for Aurora. Tried to flip it in. It ended up kind of stuck to the pants of LaRoche there for a moment, who was able to gather it. And out to center go the Green Knights. Here's Bonfie on the right wing, trying to play it around Brownlee to the post, but Brownlee takes it off of her stick. Then following was Hogan. She jams at it on the wraparound attempt. Campbell freezes it. 12:51 left, and we remain scoreless. Well, Courtney Hogan right now high up on the St. Norbert career scoring chart. 77 career points. Natalie just 5 points behind her. In all, looks like about 6 players have reached the 70 career point mark in the St. Norbert program. 3 of them, both Hogans, as well as Kelsey Ross, are on the team right now. And that's even without Morgan Olson, all-conference player a year ago with 11 goals, the only one of the top 8 scorers from a year ago for St. Norbert not back with the team this season. So Green Knights are certainly expecting to have a great year. They're off to a great start and trying to remain unbeaten. They try to come up with one on the road. Rook trying to exit her own end at a pass off a skate, came back to Alex Johnson, and then she missed Bazzelli on the right wing, but Healy tapped it right to her. Bazzelli skates in, threw one up off the collarbone of Markel. Was able to find it as it dropped down to the ice in front of her and cover. Aurora will need more of that, just trying to get up ice and try to make the Green Knights a little uncomfortable on their own end, try to make the freshman netminder a little uncomfortable in the blue paint as well. Face-off out to the line, Moffitt looking for room. We'll find Bazzelli instead, who's on the wall. Her shot caromed off a leg, and a penalty coming up. It's not Bazzelli, it's going to be Jillian Billsborough, who hooked her opponent and will sit for a couple of minutes as a result. First penalty of the game for Aurora. Killed both St. Norbert power plays yesterday and are at 76%. It was a rough start to the year, but very good here over the last 3 games. Haven't allowed a goal in that stretch. We're 5 for 5 against Adrian, and again 2 for 2 last night. Green Knights go to work. Zurawek had a lane to shoot it, tried to pass it through the seam, and that one caught a stick and came out into the neutral zone. The Green Knights looking to regroup. Whitkoff, Ross, Natalie Hogan, Zurawik, and LaRoche. The top power play unit for the Green Knights on the ice now as the freshman Zurawik finds LaRoche up top. Her shot well wide of the net. Aurora trying to clear, but LaRoche holds the line. A good closeout by Cook. And LaRoche's dump attempt ends up going off of Cook and out to center. Aurora changes penalty killers as Hogan skates in and finds Zurawik at the point. Her pass goes up top. Anik caught the pass on the backhand, did well to hold the zone. Anik gets it up top, and now will skate. Cut off by Doctor and looks to regroup as she walks the line. Leaves it for Healy as St. Norbert starts to change. Up top, Anik, her shot off the pads of Campbell. It's floating around, and Campbell finds it, and there's some pushing and shoving after the fact. There'll be 43 seconds remaining on the penalty, 10:28 remaining in the first period. No score. Anik got a shot low. I think it got the stick of Campbell and just floated up in the air for a few minutes, it felt like. It was, in actuality, probably the better part of a second, but felt like an eternity, but she was able to find it. Courtney Hogan now on as she'll lead this second power play unit. Dug the face-off out of traffic as Anik gets to it. Hogan fanned on a pass, and he'll be swept out to center ice by a following Kara Cook. Another good stick at the line by McKenna Brownlee, and now the Green Knights struggling even to gain the Aurora line. They'll do this here. Anik steps into the circle, snaps a shot off. It was going wide. Campbell didn't care. Made the catch anyway. And with 21 seconds left, she'll have a face-off to her right. Officials today, since they are involved in the action, Joe Gazzardi and Mason Strom, the referee, Samantha Sobolski, the linesman for our series this weekend. 50-50 draw. Hogan skates onto it as the top unit back out onto the ice. Here is LaRoche. Transfer from St. Scholastica. Tried to pick the top corner, but off the shoulder of Campbell. 5 seconds left on the penalty. Ross skates to the circle, leaves it to the side of the goal. Hogan off the pads. One stop made. Second attempt never made it on goal. And Aurora gets it out to center ice as Billsborough is jumping out of the penalty box, but it jumped her stick. And Zurawik goes back for it and is under distress. LaRoche able to find the puck and finds Ross, who gains the Aurora line. On the wing, her shot plenty wide. Hogan will hold it in at the point and plays it deep as Keilana Schmidt goes back for it for Aurora. Visser jammed at it. Came to Scriver, and now Cook will start it up. 2-on-2. Softly in on Markel. And as Billsboro was closing, she'll cover up. 9:07 left in the first. No score. Shots 12-2, St. Norbert. They had 4 on the last power play, but could not beat Zoe Campbell. Continues to play well in her first season for Aurora. The left of Markel. Aurora got a stick to the face-off, but Streck was able to get to it, nearly able to get out of the trouble herself. Aurora with the takeaway at center ice. Casillo took some contact. Rooks trying to go through traffic, plays it off the wall. Federici will get to it instead. At the St. Norbert line, Samira Schmidt. Green Knights out to center. Here's Charchenko. Got her stick lifted on the shot attempt by a back-checking Schmidt. Casillo not able to get very far the other way. It caught a skate. Davies at the end of her shift will play it deep, and Aurora gets a fresh forward unit on. In fact, they'll change all 5 here. Penalty coming up on St. Norbert. Right in front of their line. Checking is going to be the call. And the freshman Abby Pieper will have a seat for 2 minutes as the Aurora power play will return to the ice, looking for more success than yesterday. 0 for 6, 5 shots total. Have a 13% power play. Started the weekend series in 6th of 10 teams. Elliott draws in and wins it to Moffitt. Elliott has been Aurora's best face-off artist so far. Visser through the seam, and Elliott healed the shot. It fluttered wide, but Elliott stays with it. Threw it in front, caught a skate, went wide. Aurora still with it. Here's Elliott in front to Doctor, and it went high and I believe just wide of the goal as well. Courtney Hogan skates to it, gains the red line, and rips it over the Aurora net. A change for St. Norbert as AAU comes back. It was a good start to the power play, but doesn't go in the net. Elliott comes down the wing. Slams on the brakes behind the St. Norbert net. We'll play it on the backhand into the corner. Johnson coming down, beat to the puck by Jacobson, who looks for the dump. Kelsey Ross has the duck out of the way, but duck she does, and Aurora will have to go to the length of the ice to retrieve. 7:20 left, first period. No score, 25 seconds left. Sorry, a minute left on the power play to Pieper, who was wearing 25. I read the wrong number on the scoreboard. There's Cook. Gave it up to Ross, and the loose puck corralled by Natalie Hogan on a 2-on-1. There's Ross, kick save by Campbell, who stayed up rather than go to the butterfly. Now Schmidt taken down. A 5-on-3 coming up for Aurora. Potentially, if they get a stoppage. Here's Cook gaining the blue line. Leaves it to Schmidt. 30 seconds left on the penalty. Cook at the right point. A shot blocked. Leaves it to Schmidt. And will be touched up by Jacobson. Aurora will have 19 seconds of 5-on-3. I think in that situation, maybe would want to consider just playing it down on the St. Norbert goal so that you can get a little more 5-on-3 time. It's Ross going off here as I believe it was Doctor was trying to move up ice right along the Aurora net. Ross took her down, and Aurora the 5-on-3. Can Aurora cash in on the 5-on-3? Elliott shoots, and Markel comes up with the save. To the delight of the St. Norbert fans who are along the glass. Five seconds left of the 5-on-3, and then Pieper will rejoin the play. A face-off win for Aurora. Pieper's back on the ice. Centering feed, caromed around outside the blue paint, never made it on goal. And Elliott picks it up in the corner for Schmidt. Elliott on the wall, drops it off to Schmidt. Her centering pass caught a stick. It'll go out to the point and out. And with speed, Courtney Hogan knocked down, no call. McKenna Brownlee doesn't have a stick. The puck was dropped to her. And finally, Hogan was overrun by Aurora. And a line change here with a minute left on the power play to Ross. It's 5-on-4 now. Scriver on the ice with Visser, Kane. Johnson coming onto the ice. Cook is out there as well. Aurora turns it over at the St. Norbert line and goes back for it. Visser at the red line, looking for room. Finds Scriver, who will skate into the St. Norbert zone. She's on the wings. Her shot off the side of the net. Pops loose to Anik, and she'll send it 200 feet. 30 seconds left on the penalty. 5 minutes left. First period, no score, and a breakout pass missed Cook, and once again is sent right back in. Directly on Campbell, who had to go down to make the stop. Aurora having trouble containing the puck. Now Visser on it and skates down the wing with 10 seconds on the penalty. A weak shot well wide. Green Knights looking to clear it, went off the referee. I'll get it into the middle of the Aurora zone on the second attempt as the penalty expires, and we're back to even strength. And the Aurora power play now 0 for 8 on the weekend. Struggled to generate very much after a good start. Turned over at the red line. Here's Ross. 1-on-1 the other way. Ross pulls it wide. Shot off the stick of Scriver and well wide. It's on the wall. Ross upended by Moffitt, and the sophomore will go off here for a trip. I don't know there was much that Moffitt could do about that. Was turned into a vulnerable position, and St. Norbert goes back onto the woman advantage. So the Aurora PK will try to remain flawless for the weekend. 3 for 3 earlier. 4 shots on the last power play for St. Norbert. LaRoche up top. Finds Ross. Natalie Hogan. Centering pass off of an Aurora stick and in. And St. Norbert gets on the board thanks to a fortunate bounce. That'll be Natalie Hogan's second of the season. They've both been in the last 3 games. The power play goal at 16:07. Well, you try to get sticks in the passing lanes. You certainly can't fault Aurora for doing that. Got the pass at just the right angle up off the shaft of the stick and under the top corner of the net. So it's St. Norbert, 1-0. It'll be Ross and LaRoche. And it was Scriver whose stick ended up directing it into the net. So Natalie Hogan from Ross and LaRoche. That's center ice, Aurora. Loses the puck at the red line. Zurawick plays it off the fence to Madden, who dumps it. Moffitt skates to it in the corner with 3 to play in the first. Caught the door of the Zamboni Bay and actually helps Aurora go the other way. Here's Elliott with the stretch pass into the circle. Snaps a shot off. Knocked down as Markel reached across her body to glove it. Elliott followed and jammed it right back through the crease. Green Knights out to center. Healy skating through traffic. Scriver missed Elliott. She was at the end of a shift anyway and goes off as the Green Knights to break out the other way. Bonfie on the left wing. The toe drag into space. Aurora clears it into the slot. And the Green Knights, pass attempt to the point was knocked off a stick. And here comes Billsboro to Doctor. through traffic. Blocker save. Billsboro followed, directed it wide. It comes to Bonfie on the wall. First pass knocked down. Second one taken away by Billsboro at center. Now Keelana Schmidt gains the line and skates down the wing. Centering pass. Bazzelli right on it. Can't find it in front of the blue paint. Jammed at and free as Streck comes onto it. Aurora's been outshot 15-6, but it looked better than that. Haven't been able to find the puck through traffic a few times. That caught a leg and then went off Doctor and wide. Billsboro still on it. Johnson out at the point. High slot, shot off a skate and glides to the corner. Bazzelli chips at it. Billsboro back to Bazzelli. They play catch off the wall behind the goal line, and now it's tied up with 1:10 to play in the frame. Bazzelli wins it. It comes to Johnson, who shot wide of the goal. May have caught the tip of the glove of Markel as Samira Schmidt is on. Puck is kicked free. Aurora battling on the wall, and they win it. Keelana Schmidt puts a shot on. And it'll be covered here by Markel. Face off to the left of Markel. Samira Schmidt and Aurora finishing with a flurry of activity, trying to put one in the net before the end of the period as well. Casillo taking it along the wall. There's a centering pass, trickled through the blue paint. Natalie Hogan will drop it for LaRoche. Well, LaRoche is a defenseman leading the team in goals with 6. Here's a turnover. Casillo 2-on-0, and her pass taken away by a sliding LaRoche. Aurora doesn't get it directed to the net. Here come the Green Knights the other way. Off a stick and turned over to Aurora. And Cook to it. To Schmidt, who was taken down right at the blue line. Oh, it's going to be offside instead. Looked like she was, I think, pushed forward. And going to a knee ended up allowing her teammates to beat her into the zone. So 15 seconds remains in the period. Aurora putting together a couple of nice shifts at the end of the period as they try to get level in this one. The puck would not settle on the Spartans. A 2-on-0 developed a little bit too late. Final seconds tick off here. 1-0 St. Norbert through 20 minutes on Aurora's home ice. The stats and a look around the NCHA coming up after the intermission. This is Aurora University women's hockey. 20 minutes in, and Aurora finds itself behind by a goal in tough luck fashion to St. Norbert, who continues its quest to remain undefeated on the season so far. It was Natalie Hogan on the power play at 16:07. And that was simply a pass into the slot that caught the stick of Annabelle Scriver doing what she was supposed to be doing, defending the pass, and caught it at the perfect angle to go up and over Zoe Campbell and into the Aurora net. That was the only tally of the period. Aurora outshot 15-8, but scoring chances I thought were much more even than that. Aurora with a number of chances that hopped around outside the blue paint, a few opportunities that went wide. Just unable to convert so far for the weekend, but a better period, I think, than we've seen so far in the series for Aurora, and they'll look to build on that as they try to get back into this game. And for Bill Downey today, I'm Sean Fry. Thanks for being here with us. Kira Markell, 8 stops for St. Norbert. Zoe Campbell with 14 saves in the first period. Faceoffs continue to be an area where Aurora has struggled. 14 face-off wins for St. Norbert, just 7 for Aurora in that opening frame. They'll need to improve on that. They expect to be able to control play in the offensive zone at least a little more quickly into offensive zone situations. So we'll see if they're able to improve on that as the game goes along. Well, it is all Adrian right now on their home ice against Lawrence, 11-1 midway through the third period. Courtney Ben, a hat trick and 5 points today. Eilina Dofidi with a goal and 3 assists, and Emma Simon has a goal and a couple assists. And all 3 goalies for Adrian have gotten into the game today, so it looks like Adrian will move to 6-0 in NCHA play as well, barring something approaching a miracle at this point. And they're about to get underway between MSOE and Trine up in Milwaukee. Later tonight, Concordia, Wisconsin, who is tied with Adrian and St. Norbert at 5-0 in league play, home to Lake Forest, and it's Marion playing host to Dubuque at 7:30 tonight. Men's hockey about to drop the puck at St. Norbert. That's a 4 o'clock face-off. Green Knights with an overtime win over Aurora yesterday handed the Spartans their first loss. AU women's basketball is taking on UW-Stevens Point, 19-14 after 1. Pointers in front. Congratulations to Aurora's Didi Colon Maldonado. The Division III cross-country championships today ran 21-32. Good for 22nd place. She's an All-American for the second straight year. Congratulations to Didi. We're underway here. Long change in the second period. Aurora wearing white and blue, moving right to left. St. Norbert is in green, going left to right. Puck was down into the Aurora end, returned, and now back into the Spartan side of the ice as Ross is on it in the corner along the wall to Zurowicz, who's shot off the skate of Elliott, who will now try to get out on the rush. The pass was into the heel of her stick. He was at the end of a shift anyway, so Aurora gets a fresh 5. And St. Norbert will try to catch Aurora on the change, but indeed Hogan at the end of a shift as well, plays it in off of Campbell. And our first change goes seamlessly for both teams in the opening minute of the second. Here's Doctor for Aurora, the backhand chip off the wall, and she'll follow. Bazzelli gets there first and does battle with Anik. Now Billsboro joins the play as Courtney Hogan got there and takes the puck. Skating it out of her own end, she gains the red line and now the blue as she comes in down the right wing through the skates of Scriver and carries it into the corner. Bazzelli took it off of her stick. And Aurora with possession, looking to do something with it. They turn it over on the wall. That's Hogan trying to weave through traffic. Scriver took that away, and Bazzelli plays it through the legs of Healy. Goes after it as Aurora looks to change. Hogan picks it up on the right wing, skates into the circle, hits the crossbar. And Bazzelli's on it. She'll chip it free. Samira Schmidt is going to get there to wave off icing. And a good stick by Anik dispossesses her. Casillo with the takeaway. Schmidt tried to center to Doctor, and it never got through. Or rather, the Davies, all the same. It's St. Norbert the other way. Here's Anik. As St. Norbert was changing and catches the stick of Campbell and ends up off the glass and into the netting. 17:45 to play in the second. 1-0 St. Norbert on Natalie Hogan's power play goal. It's the 30th of her career and second of the season for the senior from nearby Hoffman Estates. Face off to Campbell's right. Wickland was in for the draw with Schmidt, and Samira wins it, and Aurora goes out to center ice. 3 Spartans on the wall as it kicks right out to the dot. And Madden has it for St. Norbert. He comes down the wing. Ripped a centering pass, then went off the stick of Witkoff. Out to the point, Federici. Right along the ice, not of a lot on it. Aurora able to get it to the far wall and out. The burst of speed, Casillo going after it, could not track down the puck. And Brownlee has it for Aurora, washes it along the wall to Casillo, who nearly turned it over. Charchenko lost her stick. Meanwhile, Streck goes back for it behind the Aurora net. It is tied up along the dasher. Charchenko. Transfer from Adrian battling there. Comes free to Streck. Off the wall to Charchenko. Tried to get it in front, and Campbell put the paddle down and would not allow the pass to go through. Now Charchenko ends up on the ice. Aurora will go for a line change, and that'll be it. 16:35 left in the second. Melina Kane in the Aurora fourth line out for a shift against the second line for St. Norbert. Green Knights win the face-off. Dragging it into the slot, backhand shot, never made it all the way through. Comes out to the high slot, and Aurora is on it. Here's Williams. Mackenzie Day will go after it, gets there first. Williams then pushed off the puck by Zurowick, and the Knights have it. Breakout pass taken away by Scriver, who plays it right back through the neutral zone into the Green Knights' end. Now ahead for Ross, who's on the wing. Skates into the slot, got it right down into the goal as Campbell had to put the paddle down. Got a pad on it as well, and I don't think that was the attempt for Ross, but it ends up being a dangerous opportunity. Aurora able to clear their own end, and it's Scriver playing it on the backhand deep as Aurora goes for a change. Now LaRoche went off the stick of Hogan. Rook got there first and gave it away. Ross overpowered her, is still on the puck as she carries it behind the goal line and drops it off as Natalie Hogan is on it. Pulls it on the backhand into the high slot, and her pass off of a skate went wide, looking for Bonfie. It is touched up here by Peyton Elliott, and an interference is going to be called, evidently on Alex Johnson. And we'll see the St. Norbert power play again. One for two, 6 shots. The last one ended up in the net. So here is Anik for Courtney Hogan. Plays it low for Bonfie, who walked right in front. Campbell held her ground, made the stop. And St. Norbert cashes in on the power play. And both Hogans will hit the score sheet here this afternoon as Courtney Hogan has her 6th of the season. And at 5:01, it's 2-0 St. Norbert. It's a tough one for Aurora, now down 2-0. Turned over just inside the Green Knights line, and here comes Witkoff skating into the circle. As the Green Knights looking for more after their second power play goal. That was Wickland up off the shoulder of Campbell and into the corner. Witkoff following. Now Madden centers. Cleared away to safety by Schmidt. Now Scriver finds Keelana behind the goal. Her breakout pass caught a skate. Comes out to center where Federici plays it back in. And Scriver dropped it off, but only Charchenko was there. She plays it to the point for Zurowick. Along the line, plays catch with LaRoche. And jammed at. Back to the stick of Charchenko. She fans on a shot. It bounces to Zurowick, who tries. That hit a skate in front. LaRoche follows from a sharp angle. It made it all the way through. Cleared to the corner for Scriver with a glove held in by Streck. Only for a moment, and Kara Cook is on it. Her pass deflected. Comes to Zurowick, who plays it back into the Aurora end. 13:31 left in the second. 2-0. Green Knights in front. Elliott for Doctor, who comes free with it. 2-on-1 developing. Here's Doctor. Whistled the shot wide. And it comes all the way out into the neutral zone for Rook. One of Aurora's best chances of the period so far. Doctor onside at the line, and then tried a pass that was too late developing, and Zurowick finds Hogan onside. She feeds Ross. The 2-on-1, she sent the shot wide. No chances in both directions on the odd man rush, and neither of them end up on the net. Billsboro for Aurora. Skating through traffic. Bazzelli comes after it as it sticks to the corner. Billsboro, the freshman, is on it and plays it out to the point for Brownlee. Now Moffitt, her shot. That hit LaRoche, I think on the inside of the knee. LaRoche didn't have a stick and now will skate off. Perhaps in a bit of distress as Moffitt goes for it back in her own end. It's muscled off the puck by Natalie Hogan. It comes to the line for Anik. Centers it and had too much heat on it and split the legs of Ross. And out to center ice. Aurora changing as Anik gets to it and feeds Healy. To Ross inside the Aurora line. Spinning with it, turning it over. Now Liza Davies coming the other way as she pulls it off the wall. Shoots through the legs of Anik and missed. It comes all the way out in front of the Aurora bench to Bonfie. Ross is still out there trying to get to her bench and is able to find Pieper. The toe drag into the slot and a good stick by Scriver kept her from getting a shot away. Out to center it goes. Here is Kane. As she walks into the slot, Jacobson took that away and follows it into the corner. Pieper now. Followed by Bonfie, who picks up the loose puck. She's onside as she gains the line. Taken off of her stick by Rook. Chopped at to the line and out as Day was able to close out on Jacobson. Aurora sends the puck deep into the St. Norbert end. Day following again. Williams also finds the loose stick that LaRoche left on the ice earlier in the shift. Day does well to avoid it and get it to the point for Rook. Now Johnson, her shot came in the other side of the goal. It's in front as Day from behind the goal line couldn't get it home. Rook at the line. Today, who plays it along the wall as Aurora goes and changes. And Aurora, with some opportunities in their own end, last couple of weekends have started to change with possession. and which has ended up costing them sustained zone time. They play it back into the St. Norbert end as we near the midway point of the second period. Green Knights up 2-0. It's out to center ice, and Witkoff battles with Visser. Aurora wins that battle, and Ellie comes back the other way down the wing. Visser steps into the slot, shoots off a skate wide. Visser follows, trying to stay with it, bounces right to the side of the goal. And Markel will smother it. It was Hogan from Bonfie and Anik at 4:59. As St. Norbert twice on the power play has scored, and that's the difference in the game. Shots are 22-10, which means it's 7-2 here for the period so far. 9.5 minutes remaining. Past the midway point of the game, and Aurora trying to get forward. Here's Cook on the wing. A shot will be gloved by Markel, who made 31 stops in her St. Norbert debut against St. Scholastica. Had a shutout last weekend against Marion, which was her first. And has played well so far in this one, the stop she's had to make. And Aurora without puck luck so far today. There's another attempt that caught a piece in front and just trickled in on the freshman netminder. And Aurora just trying to find a way onto the score sheet right now. Can't get two until you get one, and they don't have any this weekend so far. Here's a 2-on-1. Ross with Natalie Hogan. Ross overskated it. It's followed up by Stebbins, who put a shot in, and Campbell calmly turned that away. And Aurora out to center ice. Billsborough, her pass was behind Doctor, who plays that well ahead for Billsborough. 2-on-1 here. She shoots and scores. And Jillian Billsborough has her first career goal. It halves the St. Norbert deficit. McKenna Brownlee picks up the puck so that Billsborough can have that for later. And it's 2-1 as a freshman from Cedarburg, Wisconsin, gets Aurora's first goal of the weekend. It's quite a moment for Billsborough. It's a confident shot, knew exactly what she was going to do with it. Did exactly that. Courtney Doctor with the assist and really made it happen. Craftily played it off the wall for Billsborough. And St. Norbert caught a bit flat. So once again, it's a hockey game. Aurora looking for more. Casillo got a shot on. It's out to the point for Scriver. Her shot through traffic went wide. I don't think Markel ever saw it. Green Knights trying to get it out, and they don't. Scriver held it in at the line and threw it in on Markel, who holds on. (2-1), 8:05 left. And just moments after St. Norbert had an odd man rush, couldn't do anything with it. Aurora ends up putting the puck in the net the other end and going for more. Here's Visser in the high slot on the backhand. That one gave Markel some trouble. Scriver gets to it, plays it behind the net. Elliott pushed off the puck by LaRoche. Her pass off of a leg, but right back to Zurowick. Throws it ahead. over the stick of Scriver and all the way down behind the Aurora end. 7:20 to play in the second. There's Schmidt for Cook. Off the boards. Elliott couldn't get there and won't have enough to go for icing. So LaRoche, as Aurora looks to change, banked it off the wall and turned it over. Aurora gives it right back on a board pass. Doctor can't be touched there by Billsboro, or it'll be a hand pass, and indeed it is. Aurora gains the red line and plays it in. Behind the net in the corner is Streck and finds Federici. And now Balan along the wall to Charchenko, who comes in down the right wing. She shoots, got her own rebound after the Campbell stop, is still jamming at it. And Billsboro tries to skate it to safety. Was repelled by St. Norbert. Charchenko gets it again, but lost control to Johnson, or rather to Brownlee, who spinning to the ice, was able to play it to safety and now picks it up and finds Billsboro. Will just direct that out to center ice. Anik right back in, went over Johnson. We'll pick it up in our own end. Looks for a pass to make. Has to spin away from Stebbins. Her pass along the wall got away from Brownlee. And it comes out to Ross in the slot, steps around Brownlee, and then put the shot wide. Now gathering it on the wall, that's Samira Schmidt with speed. She'll beat out the icing as she follows it down into the corner. It's played to the wall by Anik. That'll allow Healy to gather the loose puck. Her breakout pass closed out on by Casillo. Ross now with it off the stick of Casillo. And Scriver plays it forward, and it jumped the stick of Schmidt off the wall. But Schmidt stays with it. Trying to weave through traffic, lost control, and it's out to center ice for Aurora. 5:15 left in the period. Aurora down 2-1. Jillian Billsboro's first career goal. Aurora's first of the weekend has them in business. Casillo in the slot, looking for room, steers it in on Markel, who couldn't pull it in. The puck goes through the slot, and it comes to Natalie Hogan, who calmly plays it to center for Ross. One-on-one with Moffitt, and Teagan does well there, but Ross stays with it and wins the puck back at the line. Backhanded into the corner. Pieper stumbled on the way there. Scriver tries to play it along the wall and out, but Zurwick keeps it in. Moffitt going back for it now. Pass out of reach and held in at the line by LaRoche. That got all the way through, and Campbell had to make the stop. Moffitt unable to clear. Pieper, the freshman, is still on it. On the backhand, the tuck taken away by Scriver. And along the wall, Kane trying to tie up Hogan. Scriver tried a dangerous pass, gave it away to LaRoche, and her shot was high and wide. Held in at the line by Zurwick, and finally out to center ice. Aurora's tried some dangerous passes, and St. Norbert has had opportunities as a result. Here's Witkoff through a leg. Big bounce off the boards, ended up right in front, and onto the stick of Visser, who skates to center ice. It's 2-on-4. As Visser takes it wide and is pinched by Zurwick. That'll allow Courtney Hogan to pick up the puck and directs it ahead to Witkoff, who comes through center ice. On the right wing, the toe drag through the legs of Johnson didn't work. Johnson will backhand it out to center ice. Visser got it away from Federici, but Gronke was in position getting back and takes it behind her own net. To the line, Visser went down and actually took out her own player. Then at the line, chaos ensuing here. That was Wickland trying to get back on side and couldn't make it. We have a whistle with 3:12 remaining in the period. 2-1 Aurora. Billsboro from Doctor and Johnson. The Aurora goal after Courtney Hogan Scored the second of the game for St. Norbert. Long shot here from Anik. It's headed wide, and Campbell, the blocker, steered it further wide. Aurora trying to exit their own end. Balan sending it along the wall for Charchenko. Doctor and Brownlee battling there. Comes to Charchenko. A little help from Campbell. Sends it back into the corner. And another puck battle ensues on the wall. Balan chopped at it. It's bouncing around. It comes to Billsboro, who skates to center ice for Aurora. And down the left wing with speed, the freshman looking for another. Throws it through the blue paint. No one home. And here comes St. Norbert the other way. It's Balan on the backhand down the left wing. It's the brakes. Steered it through the middle. No one there. Here's Billsboro again, skating it out to center ice. She gains the line from the high slot off the pad of Markel. To the point, not out. Schmidt fanned on the shot. Went off the glove of Ross. Out to center ice, and Schmidt was caught on a pinch. Here comes Ross the other way. Shoots. That's wide. Zurawick will follow. And it's spun down into the corner along the wall the other way and kept in by Stebbins. It's loose in the circle. Stebbins with it on the forehand, backhand, and then ripped it high the goal. Ross picks up the loose puck, centers to Hogan. Stop made by Campbell, who saw it at the last moment and made the stop. Hogan gets it back. 1:30 to play in the second period. Hogan loses it. Ross skates to it. It caught a leg in front and was swatted just wide of the goal. Along the wall to LaRoche, who holds the line. Has to hold the line a second time. Ross is there and plays it deep. That's Hogan again. Sent a shot just through the blue paint. Sorry, that was Bonfie looking for Hogan and missed. LaRoche, the toe drag, the shot, that's high. Final minute. Zurawick on it. St. Norbert all over Aurora on this shift. It's to LaRoche at the right point, looking for help. A centering pass doesn't make it through. Schmidt along the wall. LaRoche holds it again. And she tosses it to Pieper, who couldn't find the puck. And Aurora unable to clear again. Pieper gloved it down. Bobbled it trying to make a pass. And Samira Schmidt plays at the center. In desperation, Aurora with very tired legs, just trying to end the period. Annabelle Scriver to the front of the net. Pass came through. Samira Schmidt picks it up. There's 20 seconds left. And Schmidt comes down the left wing. Aurora gets a change. Here's Davies. Tried to pop it in front. It's loose. And the Green Knights rescue it and go the other way for one last rush. Here is Wicklund with 5 seconds. She shoots. Campbell bobbled it. It's loose in front. But Aurora will run out the clock and we will go to the third period. Well, Aurora gives up one, but they get it back as Jillian Billsboro's first career goal has given Aurora half the deficit they were staring at, down just a goal as they go to the third. It's 2-1 through 40 minutes at Fox Valley Ice Arena. The exciting conclusion is on the way here from Geneva. This is Aurora University women's hockey. Aurora with some work to do, down 2-1 through 40 minutes of play. St. Norbert in the lead, trying to hang on to remain undefeated on the season. And for Bill Downing today, I'm Sean Fry. Thanks for being here. Jillian Billsborough, career goal number 1 at 11:09. Got Aurora their first goal of the weekend. Courtney Doctor and Alex Johnson with the assists. That was after Courtney Hogan on the power play converted at 4:59. Ava Anik with the assist. Natalie Hogan scored for St. Norbert in the first period. Shots are 30-18. It was a 15-10 advantage for St. Norbert in the second period. Zoe Campbell, as a result, has already made 28 stops. Kara Markel has turned away 17. Face-offs, 22-12 in favor of St. Norbert, and they continue to control in that area. Aurora came in to play today at 42% on face-offs, and that's so far trending downward, but 20 minutes left. We'll look for some more success in that area. Let's take a quick look in men's hockey at St. Norbert today. They dropped the puck about 20 minutes ago. The Green Knights are on the board. Curtis Hammond scored at 7:50 to give the Green Knights a 1-0 lead in De Pere. Women's basketball squaring off with UW Stevens Point. They are into the third quarter, and the Pointers lead Aurora 42-34. DD Cologne Maldonado finished 22nd today in the NCAA Division III Women's Cross Country Championships for the second straight year. Maldonado is an All-American and ran the fastest 3K time of her career earlier this season. Has the highest finish in school history, so congratulations, DD. Aurora left to right, wearing white and blue. St. Norbert in green, moving right to left. Or the Green Knights, not Green Norbert. You know where I was trying to say there. McKenna Brownlee out with Tegan Moffitt. Top defensive pairing for Aurora, and the top line of Peyton Elliott, Kara Cook, and Ellie Visser. Here's an icing. Top defensive pairing for St. Norbert on the ice, Lisa LaRoche and Sydney Zurawick, along with the second line, but now the top line comes out for St. Norbert of Bonfie, Courtney Hogan, and Pieper for the face-off to the left of Zoe Campbell. Aurora still has not led through the 40-minute mark this season. St. Norbert 5-0 when they've led through 2 periods. St. Norbert actually has only trailed for about 9.5 minutes this season. That was all in the second period in their second game of the year against St. Scholastica. They gave up first goal, the only time that's happened this season. And so it's been playing from out in front or tied more or less the entire year. As Pieper dragged that through traffic, tried the wraparound, didn't get there. Then Pieper ends up on the ice without a glove as Ellie Visser skates the center ice. She's on the backhand as she gains the blue line. 1-on-3 as Aurora goes for a change. Visser then saw the puck roll off the blade of her stick, but Doctor follows and has it on the wing. The freshman looking for assistance. Went to her knees, but found Scriver up top. Her shot blocked, and it's Witkoff who comes up and finds the puck. 1-on-3, though. Schmidt got a piece of that, and it went off the window, and Wicklund comes over on the half wall. Scriver gets it back, plays it once again along the fence, but Jacobson holds it in. Her shot through traffic off the pad of Campbell. Witkoff staying with it. Leaves it for Madden. Wicklund centers. Scriver took that away and then turned it over in front. Madden couldn't get to the puck. Federici holds the line and skates into the circle. Schmidt got a stick to that. Wicklund settles it, ends up on the ice. And a hand pass from Schmidt. They'll wave that off. Now a hand pass is allowed in the defensive zone, but you can't close your hand on the puck either, so that's not allowed. And of a face-off. Aurora wins. Scriver plays it behind her own net, ends up on the wall, tied up by Bazzelli and others. Charchenko finds the loose puck, skates behind the net. Scriver plies her off the puck, comes to the wall. Billsboro dug at it, couldn't get it out of the zone. Streck now. Lays it behind for Charchenko. On the backhand, looking for room. Tried to steer it in front, didn't get there, and Streck had it taken away from her by Scriver, and Bazzelli is onto the puck at center. Down the left wing, Bazzelli threw it off the stick of Markel from a tough angle, and Charchenko is on it. She'll go off for a change as she feeds Balan, who comes the other way. Balan on the brakes. Good in front. Johnson sticked that away. Turned over in front, but Ross couldn't settle it, and Campbell poke-checked it away. Arm comes up here, and a hook is called on Aurora. And Alex Johnson will go off, putting St. Norbert on the power play for the fourth time. 8 shots on 3 power plays. 2 of them have resulted in goals. A third power play goal here would make the road back very difficult for Aurora. Spartans can't clear. LaRoche for Ross on the point. Trades places with LaRoche, who has the puck on the blue line. Finds Ross in the circle, shoots, kick save by Campbell, and Cook steers at the length of the ice. It gets on edge and rolls the full 200 feet. 30 seconds elapsed in the penalty to Johnson, who stands right at the penalty box door, anxiously looking on as Ross gains the line, finds Zurawick in the high slot. To Ross again on the wall. Zurawick again, fanned on the one-timer, and it goes off the wall and out to center. Visser follows and will force the freshman to regroup, and nearly turned it over. She does turn it over, but not right at the St. Norbert line. Scriver will backhand it through the neutral zone, where Anik is on it. She skates in. Tried to go 1-on-3, that didn't work, and Aurora chips it off the glass and out. Pieper will go back for it with 45 seconds remaining on the penalty to Johnson. 4.5 minutes in to the third period. 2-1 St. Norbert. And here's Bonfie poking it ahead on the wing. She follows in the corner. Moffitt cuts her off there. It's kicked along the boards to Healy. Goes behind the goal for Bonfie. Centers. Courtney Hogan blocked. Davies got to that. The loose puck came to Bonfie. Now Hogan. Held in at the line by Anik narrowly and chopped into the corner for Bonfie. 13 seconds left on the woman advantage. To Healy in the circle, centered it, missed Pieper. Brownlee got a stick to it. Follow-up shot doesn't go, and it's cleared the center ice. Estes Johnson rejoins the play. She sprints across the ice. Aurora gets a change, and we're back to even strength. A huge penalty kill early in the third period to remain a 2-1 game. In front of the penalty boxes. Gronke gave it away. Here's Elliott. Ahead for Visser down the left wing. Hits the brakes, throws it in front, no one there. It skips off the fence out to Wickland, who tried the toe drag and couldn't come up with it on the other side. Elliott now for Aurora. Over the red line. Off the skate of Witkoff. Scriver follows. She has it on the backhand and now heads to the goal. Shoots off a leg and in on Markel, who will hold on. And Scriver ends up gliding along the ice toward the back post. And it's tough. She was in a situation where it was only going to be blocked if she aimed at one spot. It was that point right above the butterfly and below the blocker, and that's exactly where she was looking. And St. Norbert able to get there and end the scoring chance. The neutral zone now into the Aurora end. A little more than 6 minutes into the third. Ross centers. From right in front, Stebbins rang the post, and it ends up in the seats. And Schmidt, trying to clear, ended up giving it away to Ross and found the freshman Stebbins wide open at the hash marks. Aurora very lucky this is not a 3-1 game. 13:33 left. Spartans have broken up the shutout, now trying to come up with the equalizer. Johnson and Ross. Johnson wins that one, and one hands it along the wall for Casillo. Davies couldn't finish the job, and it ends up back behind the Aurora goal. Good stick by Rook to dispossess Ross, but then she fanned on a pass. Samira Schmidt follows. She can't clear the zone. It's back in along the wall. It hopped Rook's stick. Johnson comes to it. And we'll find Casillo, who just blindly poked at it and then gave it away to Hogan, who gets it in front. She pulls it around Campbell and scores. Now an Aurora with multiple chances to clear the zone. Weren't able to do so, and the last turnover results in a St. Norbert goal at 7:08. Natalie Hogan's second of the game. It will be tough, but not impossible to come back from. Kelsey Ross with the assist. Aurora looking to break out here. It's Cook for Visser. And down into the corner. Off the skate of Elliott, held in at the line by Schmidt. Now Scriver, her shot was tipped. Markel made the stop, and it ends up in the corner. Here's Charchenko. Out to center ice for Streck. Now Cook with the puck for Aurora, turns it over at the Spartan line and hops out to center for Pieper. She looks to attack, finds Courtney Hogan in the slot, give and go, and it was healed by Pieper and ended up in the glove of Campbell. 11:44 left, 3-1 Green Knights. As we near the midway point of the third, Aurora's been outshot 35-20. And the hosts have had chances. Only found one to find its way over the goal line. And it's been a good day for the Hogans of St. Norbert. Accounted for all 3 goals. Here's Madden over the blue line. She shoots off the skate of Johnson, came right to the side of the goal, and now in front. Bazzelli is on it. She comes down the left wing through center. Skates along the blue line now and dropped it off to Moffitt. That was a tough play, and here comes Madden the other way. One-on-one with Brownlee. A good stick by the Spartan captain, but along the wall, not out. Wicklund chips at it. Ends up in the corner on the far side for Williams, and she looks for some traction through center ice, but missed a day on the pass. Zurawick now, the freshman, able to get enough of that to clear the zone. Aurora now tags up as LaRoche looks forward. Tied up Natalie Hogan with the stretch pass. And here is Williams ahead for Kane, who calmly walks out to center ice and then is taken off the puck. She turns it over. LaRoche jumping into the play. Shoots. Fooled Campbell, but it got her pads. Ross stays with it. She centers it. was looking for Hogan for the hat trick, but Elliott got a stick there and then plays Hogan off the puck. That allows Kielana Schmidt to skate to it. Jumping up from the blue line, she comes down the far wing and battles with Gronke. 9:35 left. 3-1 St. Norbert. They come away with the puck. Gonna pass out to center ice off the skates of Natalie Hogan. Johnson looking to regroup. She comes down the wing. Visser meets Streck. Along the wall to the corner for Elliott, who's on the puck. Tried to sweep it in front. That was taken away by Ross, and it's out to center for Hogan, whose pass missed Streck. And St. Norbert gets a change, or finishes one more accurately. Aurora on the breakout, nearly turns it over. They do turn it over. It ends up in the corner for Streck, who centers. Off a stick, jumped Charchenko, and now Aurora the other way with an odd man rush. It's Visser and Cook. Visser tried to sauce a pass in front, and a good stick by Ava Anik, and it's cleared to center ice. Brownlee will now toss it in on Markel from distance. She'll play it out wide for Streck, off the wall, and to center ice for Moffitt. Brownlee and Moffitt, as it's on the stick of Billsboro and off of it to Doctor. Gave it away, trying to leave it for Billsboro. She has it on the far wall now, plays it underneath for Doctor, or stand corrected. That was Bazzelli who centered for Doctor and never made it through, and Green Knights clear to center ice. Bazzelli now with it in the neutral zone, gains the line, picks it up on the wing, was closed out on, bounces it off the wall to Doctor. She sweeps to the point for Scriver. Schmidt catches the pass, throws it on, caught the stick of Davies and went wide. And Pieper is onto it. Was looking for Courtney Hogan, missed her. It goes the length of the ice. Kielana Schmidt was taken off the puck. 7:37 left. 3-1 St. Norbert. It's to the line for Federici. Davies took it away from her, and she'll play it deep as Aurora goes for a change. Samira Schmidt gets there. Casillo follows. Schmidt with it on her stick. Pass attempt for Johnson was interfered with, and St. Norbert, the end of the shift, clears their end. Aurora regrouping. Johnson's pass missed Schmidt. Casillo in pursuit, blew a tire, trying to find Zurowick, who then collides with Schmidt. Casillo follows, wins the puck back. Casillo, the sophomore from New York, has been everywhere here this third period. Penalty coming up. A high stick will put Aurora on the power play. Freshman Zurowick heads to the box, and with 6:49 left, Aurora will try to score on the power play for the first time this weekend. They are 0 for 5 so far. Will the sixth be the one? Will get them right back in this game if they can convert. Elliott on with the top unit. Wins the face-off. Moffitt has it at the point. Now with it on the half wall, and she skates into the corner. Moffitt taking a lap. Sweeps it to Elliott at the point. In the slot, that's Brownlee. Along the ice on the backhand. Schmidt was in too tight. Markel hangs on. Mandy Montgomery started her collegiate career at St. Norbert in net before moving to Division I Sacred Heart. And no doubt not happy that a St. Norbert goaltender is playing well today. There's Brownlee held in at the line, her shot along the ice. Turned away by Markel. St. Norbert trying to clear, they do. 40 seconds into the penalty to Zurowick for high sticking. And Johnson turns it over to Courtney Hogan, who scores while being taken down to the ice. And the shorthanded goal is the first one allowed by Aurora this season, and will likely put this one away. And once again, it's Hogan. Courtney this time, she and Natalie each with a pair. And a timeout called by Aurora. And this looked like the pass was fanned on and ended up being a perfect one to the senior, who did the rest. 4-1 as Aurora takes timeout with 5:56 left, a minute 8 left on the power play. This is Aurora University women's hockey. St. Norbert 4-1. Aurora takes timeout. They still have time on the power play, and Visser trips going over the blue line but maintains possession. There's a minute left on the penalty to Zurwick for high sticking. Visser's on the puck. She turns and shoots off a stick and high. Cook to it. Out to the point, Moffitt to Cook again in the circle, who shoots. Was looking for the top corner, and Markel took it away. Hogan unassisted at 14:04, shorthanded. It's the second shorthanded goal of the season for St. Norbert. It's also the second shorthanded goal for Courtney Hogan. Will put her near the national leaders as a result. When the weekend is over, a shot directly in on Markel, who makes the stop. Last game of the month for Aurora. They'll enjoy the holiday break and then a home-and-home with Lawrence on December 6th and 7th. The Friday game is the one right here at Fox Valley Ice Arena, and then a weekend home set with Gustavus Adolphus on December 13th and 14th rounds out the 2024 portion of the schedule. Another shot right on that Markel takes care of. For St. Norbert, same situation. Running out of dates here in 2024, but they will be in action next weekend. Cardinal Panther Classic in Plattsburgh, New York. They'll take on the hosts, Plattsburgh State, on Saturday next week, and then either Middlebury or Endicott on Sunday. Then a weekend set at Trine on December 6th and 7th, and then they'll wrap up with a single Saturday game against UW Stevens Point on December 14th. On Aurora, looking here as the final dates before the holidays come and go here, just trying to find a way to generate a little more offense. That has been the challenge all year. 4.5 minutes left here, just one goal for the weekend so far, and that was earlier today. It's just their 10th goal here in their 8th game. It's a very difficult first part of the schedule in NCHA play. Brownlee a shot off a skate to Billsboro, looking for number 2, but her shot went wide. And you get Adrian last week, and 4-1 loss and a 2-1 loss, and had chances late to try to get level with the defending champions, and heavily outshot, but found a way to be in it in game number 2. And after a 3-0 loss where they were heavily outshot yesterday, hoping for a repeat and one better. And it's gotten away here in the third period. A couple of turnovers leading directly to goals, and 3.5 minutes left, needing a lot to happen to get even a point out of this one. Elliott on the wall, turns and fires. That goes wide. Moffitt will come down, pick it up at the hash marks, throws it through the slot. No one there. Elliott now to Johnson at the point. Elliott lifts a stick to maintain possession. Cook skates to the loose puck. Finds Visser in the circle, who shoots off the heel of the glove of Markel. Played to the corner, and Zurich with 3 minutes left. Gets it forward to Balan and out to center. That puck off of St. Norbert player, I believe, so the face-off will be at center ice. It looks like St. Norbert will remain undefeated. An 8-0 start. Very experienced lineup back. Here is Whitcomb. Just picked up her first points of the year last night. On the wall. And out to center. Concordia, Wisconsin will face off with Lake Forest. Top of the hour, and we'll see if St. Norbert and Adrian will be joined by Concordia, Wisconsin at the top of the league table when the weekend is over. Wickland lost control, and Aurora breaks out. Here's Billsboro, has one already. That shot through the legs of Jacobson and turned away by Markel. 2 minutes left. St. Norbert getting a change. Brownlee off the wall to Schmidt. Plays it past Jacobson and goes after it. Federici, the St. Norbert captain, leaves it for Jacobson. Casillo got there first. Federici stays with it. Wraps it along the wall for Hogan. And here's Ross down the right wing for the Green Knights. Comes out from behind the net. And finds Federici up top through traffic wide of the goal. And Hogan had a wide open goal for the hat trick and a good stick lift by Moffitt. Now Jacobson through traffic, kicked away. And Schmidt out to center ice. And Jacobson follows her and takes the puck back to Ross. Gains the line. Leaves it to Hogan, who's in the circle and shoots through the blue paint and wide. Healy will hold it in as we get to the final minute. Aurora will fall to 1-5-2. 1-4-1 in NCHA play. And we'll hope to get back on track in a couple of weekends against Lawrence. But an 8-0 start for St. Norbert. They've looked good this weekend. Been opportunistic. 35 seconds. Elliott sends it deep. Visser centers, no one home. That's Courtney Hogan, and now she'll head up ice 2-on-2 with Bonfie. To drag that through. No room there. And Aurora will ice the puck, which will give St. Norbert one final offensive zone draw with 9 seconds remaining. But a sweep for St. Norbert this weekend. And Aurora will look for what they can build on and hope for better after the holiday. Out to center ice, that will do it. 4-1 the final. St. Norbert over Aurora. After a 3-0 win yesterday, they sweep this NCHA weekend set. Now 7-0-1 against Aurora, their last 8 meetings. And an 8-0 start for the visitors. Again, Aurora back in action in a couple of Fridays when Lawrence comes to Fox Valley Ice Arena for the front end of a home and home on December 6th. Bull Downing will be back for that one. We hope you will join us. 4-1, St. Norbert over Aurora today. For Bill Downing today, I'm Sean Fry. Thanks for being here for Aurora University Women's Hockey. Have a great rest of your weekend.